Hi guys and welcome back to Pokemaniac English Edition here. Now in today's episode, I wanted to show you guys my Centiskorch deck for post-rotation, and on top of that I did verse Garashon. His link will be in the description of course. So I did verse him pretty much with this deck entirely. So that video will be coming out hopefully in the next couple of days. It just depends. I'm still, I'm still editing that for that one. So but real quickly, so this is the deck that I ran against him. The deck was actually a lot of fun. To be honest, I reckon that this here will be a top tier deck, tier 1 deck at least. Alright, but let's just jump straight into it. Alright, so real quick, so I run 3 Volcanions, yes, by the way, that sexy ass, Unbroken Bonds one, I'm still looking for another 2, but yeah, but I run 3 Volcanions, and the reason for that is because of the Flare Star attack. Besides from that as well, just due to the fact, because, like, high hit blast for 110 if there's 4 energies, on the field, 2 of it including itself, that's kinda nuts, I won't lie. So besides from that, I do run 1 Eldegoss. Eldegoss is mainly more so due to the fact because, you know what, Welder. As in, like, this deck is a consistent of Welder, and pretty much, yeah, that's kind of what you want. 1 Heatran GX, just for the GX attack mainly. So let's say, for example, like, if your opponent is versing, like, if you're playing, like, a real big, beefy deck, Heatran will get around that, hopefully. Then afterwards, 2 Dedenne GXs. So I do kind of want to run the Crobat, but I stuck with the Dennes, mainly more so the fact is that so I can discard. I find that a lot more better, to be honest. But that's just my point. That's just my honest opinion. Okay. So now 4 Centiskorch V's. Almost a GX stat. 4 Centiskorch V's. English. Centiskorch V's. So real quickly. So there'll be an image somewhere. Probably on this side. This side right here. Just showing what the card does in that. So yeah, so I don't have to explain it. And of course the card will be up in English. Then afterwards, 3 Centiskorch VMAX. So this here is the entirety of your Pokemon. So yeah, so I was running a 3-2 line, but I decided to bump it up to a 4-3 line because I'm not running communication in the deck. I find communication very cloggy. So again, that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, so that's pretty much so. That there is all your Pokemon. Hang on, where is that? There it is. That gorgeous Volcanion. Alright, now going on to the supporters. I run 1 Guzma and Hala. Guzma and Hala is this good all around. As like searching for a tool, boom, there's your there it is your Giant Charm. Searching for a special energy, boom, there is your special energy. I don't know the name of it yet. I've been avoiding the name. Won't lie. So. Yeah, and on top of that, it does search for a Stadium card. Sweet. That's your Wondrous Labyrinth or your Giant Herf. And yes, I did say Wondrous Labyrinth because it does run it in the deck. But we'll get that in a minute though. Alright, besides from that, we run 2 Boss's Orders. And then afterwards, so Boss's Orders is good. I tried running 3, but I just like running 2. 2 is good enough for me. Besides from that, 3 Professor's Research because your opponent can mana you all you want, but as long as you can get a research, then you're fine. Then you're fine. As like research or quick board search for the Dedenne, you're set. Besides from that, 4 Welders. Welder is the heart of the deck. Pretty much this here is what you want to see, at least either first turn or second turn. Of course with the energies. So this here is designed to be energy acceleration. Besides from that, energy acceleration, a big chunkus thick boy. And then afterwards, just sit there and go pop, 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 pop. Then afterwards, so those are all the supporters I run. I don't run many supporters, but that's just how the deck runs. I run barely any supporters whatsoever. So yeah, I'm actually gonna put the Boss's Orders up at the front there. Alright, Rich, and then now moving on to the items, which there is a lot of items in this deck, and yeah. Alright, so I run 1 Reset Stamp because that's just pretty obvious, and like, resetting your opponent is just hilarious half the time. Especially like if they've only got like 1 prize card, and you go, hey, guess what? Reset. Besides from that, I run 2 Fire Crystals. Fire Crystals are good because like half the time you will be discarding a lot of your energies, and on top of that, let's say for an example, if you discard like 5 or 6 energies from your hand, I don't know why if you did, but yeah, but Centiskorch does recover it, the VMAX does, but only at 1 at a time. So you can Fire Crystal, grab the 3, then afterwards Welder, attach with 2, draw for 3, and on top of that, if you don't get your if you don't get like another Fire Energy or a special, attach return. So yeah, so pretty sure, so that there pretty much recovers up for your welders. Besides from that, I run 2 hyper potions. Alright, now I did run Melon and Lana, and to be honest, I kind of find Melon and Lana to be pretty useless in this deck. As in like, so my honest opinion, I ran hyper potions because look, you're discarding 2 energies. Okay, what's the point? Alright, discard 2 energies, heal 120. Alright, sweet. You've got Fire Crystal to retrieve that. You've got Centiskorch to retrieve that. You've got Welded to attach. To be honest, I find these a lot more consistently better than the Melon Lana. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. As like some decks might run it, that's fine. But you want to run, but you always just want to keep hitting the welders constantly. And so that's how the deck really much runs. So besides from that, I do play 2 big charms. Big charms, you know, to bump it up to 30 HP. Now, now with 1 big charm and 3 of the special fire energy, your Centiskorch is I'm pretty sure it's just a bit over 400 HP. Otherwise, from that, all 4 energy attached to it plus this is over 400 HP. No Pokemon on the planet is doing 400 HP. Is gonna knock that out instantly. Alright, so besides from that, I do run 3 Pokegears. I was gonna run 4 of them, but I just find 3 a lot more better. As besides from that, I can't find room in the deck. I won't lie, I can't find any room in the deck to actually just replace anything. So yeah, so like 3 Pokegears, just to kind of help you search out for your welders, or just welders research bosses orders, yeah, etc. 3 switches. Now, the reason why I run 3 switches instead of 4 is because that, like, to be honest, you're gonna be very rarely ever switching, and that's just my personal opinion. Besides from that as well, from the new Stadium card coming out, I don't know if it comes out in this set or the next set. No one really knows, but that's just a precaution though. So yeah, so I'm not much more terrified of that, but like, yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Besides from that, of course, we do run 4 quick balls, because if I was running less than 4, I'd be a maniac. A Pokemaniac. Anyway, anyway, that was a real bad pun. 4 quick balls are, you know, search for consistency. Consistency is good, consistency is fast. And that's what we want. We want fast. And then besides from that, that is all the items. As in, like, no joke, as like, that is like literally all the items. So besides from that as well, we do run 2 giant herbs and 1 wondrous labyrinth. Alright, so real quickly, so if you're wondering why I'm running, if you know English, if you're wondering why I'm running the wondrous labyrinth, it's because we will always have the energy necessary to go over the wondrous labyrinth. Other decks will not. As an example, like, alright, so let's say for example your opponent's playing Dragapult. Yay, Dragapult. Ooh. Alright, anyway. So Dragapult, Eternatus, they require at least 2 energies. Wondrous Labyrinth kind of stops that. So they've got barely any energy acceleration, and that's what kind of makes this funny. Because Wondrous Labyrinth, okay, sweet. They need 3 turns at least to actually energy accelerate. Of course, Super Patch will be coming out soon, so that means that it might take them like 2 or 1 turn. But either way though, this here will stop them constantly, and you know, and just until they get rid of it. Then of course giant herbs, because as in, like, we've lost, like, we're losing Fiery Flint, which is kind of a hurt, but we have giant herbs. That's, as like, at least then, like, we can still search the deck, which I'm actually kind of happy with, to be honest. Because if we had nothing to search for the deck, who knows? This might not even be a tier 1 deck. This might be like a tier 2, tier 3. But yeah, but these guys here is what kind of makes the deck run. Alright, so those are all your stadium cards. Alright, so besides from that, now to your energies. Alright, so I am running 4 special energies. Alright, so I'm not too sure what the names are of these. There'll be like an image. Hang on, let's move over here. There'll be an image right here. Pretty much, but so what it leaves on 1, and what these guys do is that, they give an extra 20 HP to a fire Pokemon. Alright, so what it leaves on 1. Alright, so your Centiskorch is already 320. Alright, so let's say for example, if this is attached to him, 320, 340, 360, 380, 400, plus the giant charm is 430. That would be insanely nuts. And on top of that, yeah, as in, like, there is no Pokemon, as in Charizard VMAX is the only one that does the most damage so far. That's 300. That's not enough to knock this out. To attack, sure, but not enough to knock this out. Besides from that, we do run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 energy in the deck. That's pretty much really it. As in, like 12 energy plus as well the 4 special energy, therefore making it 16 energy. So yeah, so just that plus as well wherever my special energy is, there it is. And then just these as well. But that's pretty much the end of the that's pretty much the end of it. Again, Hayes' link will be down in the description below. Garrison, Gary Sean. I'm not too sure how to pronounce his name. I won't lie. There are multiple pronunciations for Sean, Scene. So yeah. Rich. But yeah. So like. We did verse, we did verse, and that video should be coming out in the next couple of days. But Rich. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't leave a like, but smash that like button if you guys disliked the video. Hey, leave a dislike, but do not, and I repeat, do not forget to play that glorious and that wonderful. Where is it? Here it is. Centiskorch VMAX Uno Rainbow Reverse card. Don't forget about that dislike button. Back into the like button. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll talk to all of you guys later.